Hey there, Carrie here. It's been a while since I've done a video, and today is November 10th, 2018. We don't have internet here right now, so it's still going to be maybe a few days before I can even post this video. I tried the other day, like last week, I tried to use my phone for a video. That didn't go so well. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give a rundown on what's going on with me. The last video I had done was in the motel, and we were about to move, and I think it was like something like I'm not okay and that's okay or something. So I'm going to continue with that a little bit, but first we do have, like, okay, if you could see, like, this is our place. Woo! It's a dog back here. This is one of John's dogs, Daisy. Oh yes, that's Daisy. Isn't she cute with her little sweater? Yeah. So we've got all 5 dogs here. This is our window over here with duct tape and a towel, and it's gonna be great. I keep saying that. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, when we first got here, I was really nervous because, I mean, we didn't have a heater. It had rained for days and days. There was sewage in the yard out there. We couldn't get I was having to pick my dogs up and carry them over, like, the steps to get into the yard to go potty. And I mean, it was crazy at first. It was just a lot, but the sewage is drained, and there was a bunch of trash out on the porch that I had to, we just got that cleaned up, and it was just a lot. Like, I mean, I'm grateful. I really am. I want to say that I'm grateful because, like, look where we were, like, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, where we were. I was doing videos in my room, hoping that one of the many dogs didn't start barking and scratching at my door, or I didn't get a hateful person flinging my door open and screaming at me during a video. I mean, it was bad. And at first, when I started my channel, like, I was doing videos downstairs, and of course you could see I was using some software to record them and things like that on her computer. But yeah, I'm just grateful that I don't have to hide in a room anymore. Like, that I left from there, and we didn't know where we were going to go. We didn't have anything at all. We had that TV and that TV stand and a bed. That was all we had, and we moved everything into that motel room, and then now we're here. So I was trying to keep that in mind, like, this the whole time while I was looking at everything. Like, there's a few thousand, like about $4,000 in repairs that are going to have to be done. So you just went out, Daisy. You just went out. Come here. Hold on, I'm gonna pick her up. Come here. Come here. You just went out. Yesterday she peed on my bed. That was lovely. Yes, you did, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so, when I'm saying all of these things, like, I am coming from a place, like, of gratitude. Like, I know that it could be worse, and it was a lot worse. So, but look around, look around, starting with nothing, and then now we're here. We didn't have money for deposits. We didn't have anything. So I am really grateful. But yeah, so on the note of the repairs, I mean, some of the things are like, it's so cold right now that, like, and not having the heater, and it's an old trailer, so I mean, we're gonna have to do things just to be able to function in here and not be freezing. And then like in the back, there's like in my bedroom, there's a bay window that's leaking, and there's missing windows, broken windows. We had to duct tape the whole thing and like get plastic and put over it because bugs were coming in, bees and everything. So what we're gonna end up, after the winter time, we're gonna take that whole wall out and replace the wall and just put one window in, and you know, because it's so hot, like it'll get hot. It's warm back there now, and it's like 40 something degrees outside. But when it gets up to like 80, it's so hot I can't even go in there, and I can't be in there. So it's gonna be, I mean, it's a problem, but we, you know, one thing at a time, and I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with things. But yeah, so we're here, and we do not have internet. We have to get it installed. We've called 2 companies so far. We're like way out in the sticks. And we weren't able to get it through this one company so far. That's a line of sight where they, you know, they said that there was a tree in the way of the tower and they couldn't do it. We're like, well, shit, okay. So then we went to AT&T. They said they couldn't do it. So we're checking into some satellite internet, which I was really hoping to have a really strong internet connection for my channel, you know, to do some things with my channel. I'm just going to have to work with what I got, you know, like with what I'm doing now. I'm planning on, as soon as I can, I'm going to take the laptop up to like a Starbucks or someplace in town and upload my video when I can. So there's that. Hi. Anyway, so I'm taking a break from the formula of compassion. I've worked on using the formula for a year and a half now, about. And I just got to a point over there, you know, and I started doing the formula with one of my childhood friends that I feel like has, like, that friendship has ended. Another one, this is the third childhood friend that I was gonna do, and I was just like sitting there staring at the screen, like with my fingers on the keyboard, like like with this dread, like, crap, I just don't want to do this shit anymore. And I was procrastinating, and I was like, I know I need to do it. But I mean, the problem is now that I've done all of that clearing, but I've still got like the feelings of shame. And I was talking about this, I've been thinking about this a lot. I was talking to John about it this morning. Like, I've got to integrate these feelings of shame that I feel like literally I'll be, if you potty on my bed again, I was literally laying there last night and thinking about some of the things that I've done and, you know, along the way. And some really embarrassing, like, some of it's just really embarrassing. And when I think about it, it's like, why is it embarrassing? It's shameful. Like, a lot, I mean, and that's a heavy feeling to have. I woke up with that song in my head by Elle King or whatever, that new one, Shame. And I knew, like, I dreamt last night that I was in Martha's house out there. I call her Martha now. I don't call her Mom. I dreamt that I was out there, and this girl was out there. I didn't recognize her, and she was opening a pack of cigarettes, and she had, you know, she took one out, and this other girl that was next to her, like, they put one in her mouth and they were both lighting a cigarette, and I was like, can I have one? And she handed me one, and I was about to light it. And then I woke up with that song in my head, and it's like, it's just a clear indicator to me, like, when I start to really feel like I understand intellectually that I need to integrate all the things that I've cleared with the formula, because I'm just left feeling raw, like, just raw. And so I know that I need to integrate all these things, but the first sign of feeling those emotions, and I'm like wanting to escape from it. I wanted to smoke a cigarette today, this morning. I was out there on the porch while John was smoking a cigarette, and I was smelling it, and but I know that that's not the direction I want to go. I just, it's a way of escaping from that. So, but that's the whole problem. Like, that's where the whole thing, like, becomes a vicious cycle. And so that's what I'm here to fix. Like, I want this new place to be a place where where I haven't smoked cigarettes, where I haven't been wasted, drunk, and falling over and being violent and things like that. Now that I start a video, she wants to go outside. I'll try to get this, keep this a little bit brief, but come here, Daisy. Come here, and I'll take you in a minute. She just went like an hour and a half ago. Anyway, if she has an accident, I'll clean it. I'm not too terribly worried about it. But yeah, that's a distraction. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of wrote down some things that I just wanted to mention. So integrating all of that crap that I've done. And one of the big points is, like, I know that it is the truth. I feel like it really resonates with me that after I die, I'm gonna see what my life again in the life review and experience it from another perspective, from the other people's perspective, from a higher perspective. I mean, I can't say that I know exactly how it's gonna work, but knowing that and thinking of all the things that I did, and I don't even remember all the things that I did, out of running from my pain. Like, one of the things I mentioned this morning was a relationship that I got into when, in my early 20s, that, I mean, he gave me, and I used the formula on that situation like 3 times, and I feel like I've cleared it. I don't have hate for him anymore. Like, I don't really have any bad negative feelings towards him. I do feel like it's hard to not forgive, but to release myself from the blame, because I had every opportunity to leave that relationship, and I stayed. I mean, this dude, I mean, he was married, still legally married. He was separated. I mean, not even legally separated. His wife cheated on him, and she left, took off with his best friend, left. And he had 2 kids. Well, I felt sorry for him, and I fell in love immediately. I was like 20 years old, and like, I didn't really, I guess, I don't really know if I've ever really truly experienced a very loving, like, relationship, love, like, I don't know, but I think about it, and I'm just like, okay, so he moved in with me in my apartment, and there was one, I mean, he never got his divorce. Like, he said, oh, I'm in the process of getting a divorce. Well, when he got his income tax, instead of getting his divorce, I mean, he got like $3,000, $4,000 back for claiming his 2 kids, and he didn't get his divorce. And instead, he brings home this $2,000 computer, and he's still married. And I was just beside myself. And then about 6 months later, I kicked him. I mean, I ended the relationship. But, and this dude, like, it's a long story. I'm making it short. He ended up with my car. He took my car from me, went and got back with this girl. I mean, I broke up with him because I'm like, look, dude, you didn't get your divorce. You act like you're still in love with her. You're still married. You need to leave. And then 3 days later, he's with her in my car, and, you know, she's tearing up some of my stuff and things like that. And I was like, it really broke my heart. But I went back. Like, she ended up, they slept together, and then all of this crap, and then she took off again with the best friend, and and my dumb ass takes him back, and I was with him for like 3 years after that. And I was so angry that I got violent. Why? And I think about it, and I did some of the shit that I did. I mean, it was bad, you know. I became the bad guy. I stayed in the relationship to the point where I became the bad guy, and it's a pattern that I've perpetuated. You know, I stay in the relationship past the point where and they give me every opportunity to leave, and I don't go. I stay until I become the bad guy. And to the point now where I've got shit on my criminal background, you know, from where it looks like I was the perpetrator for really bad shit. And it's just like, you know, some of that's really, it is embarrassing. Some of the things, it's just, and I literally will lay there at night and just, I'll think about it and twitch because it's so bad. And I'm just like, Carrie, why did you do this to yourself? You know? So I'm taking a break from the formula for a while because I've done it. And I'm, you know, understanding, knowing that, you know, intellectually, okay, you've cleared all these things. The whole point is to integrate the light and the dark. Okay, you did the dark things, you integrate them into yourself. I know that. And my neural network here knows it, like I get it. But when I start to think about it here, and I feel like I was in tears, almost in tears a couple of times talking to John this morning about it, but I hold back because I don't like the feeling. I don't like it. Just the ickiness, you know, and that the feeling of wanting to run from that. What was making me do those things, you know? Like, am I just supposed to be a ball of sadness for several months, you know? Is that how I integrate this? The light keeps flashing over there. Is that how I integrate this, though? Like, how do I do it? Integrate this. I mean, am I just supposed to be, I mean, I'm already a pretty emotional, you know, like I wear my emotions on my sleeve, you know, and honestly, I don't like the person that I've become because of all of this trauma. I don't like it. I mean, I've done really bad, and got drunk and blacked out and woke up in fucking jail, and, you know, it's not good. You know, and I really feel like it's important for me to feel the pain. There's a helicopter. Like, it's important for me to feel that, you know, and get through it. That's what this integration shit's all about, you know. That's why I'm here. I know it's why I'm here. It's like, but it's really fucking hard, you know. Like, And I see myself snapping at, you know, at John for, the, you know, what was it last night? There's some just stupid shit, you know, and it's like, I mean, he does dumb shit, but, and I know that he's acting as a mirror to me. Like, I get that. I get it. And I don't like who I see staring back. I don't want to be a bitter old woman. You know, it's not who I want to be. I have every reason to be. I see that little fly. The little flies are driving me crazy. Like, I don't like to kill things, but lately I've been walking around with a fly swatter like a crazy person. Anyway, yeah, so this video is getting a little long. We're going to be at Starbucks for a long time, or I don't know where we're going to go to get internet connection, but this, hopefully it doesn't take too terribly long to, who cares, right? So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if there was anything else I really, yeah, I am working on getting myself into a routine, like, and I feel like a little lost with knowing what to do with myself. Like, I know, like, I envision like this perfect person, like, that I'm not, and it's like I'm dying to get to that point, but it's like I can't be patient enough with myself. Like, I'm so hard on myself that it's just really destructive. Like, yeah, so it's like whenever I do things, like I say, oh, I'm not gonna eat meat anymore, or I'm not gonna eat dairy. That's what I'm struggling with right now. I'm still eating meat. I'm trying to come off the dairy, you know, for a lot of reasons. But when I say, hey, and I rush myself because of the standard that I see, like, you know, the Teal Swans out there and the Bridget Nielsen's out there, and I see I've been a vegan my whole life, and you know, it's not good for you, and they're telling you all these things that you already fucking know, and, you know, I'm sitting here in this dark, twisted, I'm trying not to be too judgmental, but it's fucking dark, you know. I'm like an anchor over here of light. I know. But it's like, I see them like saying all these things and posting these videos about how to be a good spiritual and like meditate, and I'm like, okay, I can make myself a schedule of what, wake up, brush teeth, use the restroom, take dogs out, or actually I would take the dogs out before I brush my teeth. Meditate for 10-15 minutes, drink, I'm drinking coffee right now, and I beat myself up for that too. Drink chai tea, drink detox tea, juice, juicer, do some juice in a juicer I don't even have a juicer. Drink a green smoothie, eat rice cakes, whatever, I can make all this schedule for myself. But the thing is when I do that, when I write it out, when I do a video that says I'm not going to do this anymore, and then a month later I'm doing it with a cigarette in my mouth, I'm like here eating ice cream and doing all this shit, that hurts my integrity. And I'm sitting here trying to build self-esteem, build self-worth, and then I'm doing things because I feel like I have to. I just feel like so it's like so lonely out here, so, but I did branch out. I went to a meeting called the Free Thinkers group. It was really cool, to see people that aren't bound by the limitations that are put on us around here with our indoctrination. But, you know, it's a monthly meeting, so, you know, I had to wait another couple of weeks before I go back. But anyway, yeah, so 24 minutes. What else? Is there anything else? You know, I'm gonna go ahead and mention this. Like, if you ever watch my videos and, like, you notice my eyebrows are screwed up, it's because I don't have a whole eyebrow over here, and I'm really not good with the drawing the shit on. I'm just not that great with that. Eventually I would like to go get the little the professional, like, it's not really tattooing, but whatever they do to make them where I don't have to do that anymore. I think I'm a quarter Vulcan. That's what I like to say. But yeah, I'm going to be working on integrating for a while, and I'm not 100% how to do that. So I guess just talking about it really helps. Talking about it with other people, getting it off my chest, writing about it. I think that's going to be step one for me. I mean, I'm doing it now, so anyway, it's going to be great. So anyway, I am going to shut this video down. It's like I'm procrastinating on doing that. Like, I don't really want to do that because this is my friend now. Like, you're my friends. And I like it. I don't know. I just kind of like blabbing to y'all. But anyway, if y'all know how many times I'm going to say anyway, if you know anything about how I can integrate and what I should do with these things that I'm experiencing with my shame, let me know. If you don't want to write it below in a comment, you can email me. My email address is kaekle99@gmail.com. Yeah, so hit me up. Let me know if anybody is near me. I live in Texas. Let me know where you're at. And I'm actively looking for new friends. So, okay, I'll talk to you later. Alrighty, bye-bye.